Greetings, friends. Today I want to talk about are Armigers balanced? Because I've come up against these guys a bunch of times and they seem really, really cheap for what you get. So I want to compare them to a similar unit that costs similar points and just see what we think. Alright, let's jump straight in. Okay, so are Armigers balanced? Well, let's talk about a Firstborn Dreadnought, right? A Firstborn Dreadnought can take a close combat weapon, and he can take a multi-melta, and he is 160 points. So that is very similar to what an Armiger can take. I guess for argument's sake, he maybe has like a Stormbolter underneath his arm there. Okay, so how is this different to an Armiger, I hear you ask? Well, an Armiger, for example, has a thermal spear, right? And then has a Reaper chain cleaver, which is kind of the same, only it's got a little bit more versatile in there because you can choose, like, you're going to sweep or strike. I think I was going to say both sweep and strike in a single word. Anyway, has a few more wounds and obviously gets profiled beyond when it goes down to a quarter or a third wounds remaining. And it has an invulnerable save against range, and it's 140 points. So I wanted to put both these units side by side and work out why the Armiger is 20 points cheaper. And this is what I came up with. So, if it's in green, then I've determined it is better. So, the Armiger moves double, has one more toughness. For the save, there's nothing in it. The Armiger is a 5 up against range. Marine Dreadnought has a 2 up, so very little in it. You could argue, actually, that the 5 up is better if you're going to be hit by big, strong anti-tank minus 4 AP weaponry. Space Marine Dreadnought has 8 wounds, the Armiger has 12. Leadership 6 up on the Marine Dreadnought, 7 up on the Armiger. OC 8 on the Armiger, OC 3 on the Marine Dreadnought. Remember as well, that's OC 8 if 1 wound out of 12 is remaining as well, which if you ask me is bloody crazy. Then if you look at the ranged weapons, Armiger has 6 more inches, 3 more strength, and 2 extra on its Melta. Melta 4 rather than Melta 2. For melee, the Marine Dreadnought's getting 1 more attack at 2 more strength with 1 less AP. So 1 less attack on the Armiger, but 1 more AP, and then you get sustained hits 1 when you charge. So if you roll a single 6, I guess you end up with the same number of attacks. And what do they have? Well, the Marine Dreadnought lets infantry reroll hits of 1 within 6 inches. It has a Stormbolter and has a smoke keyword. The Armiger has a Stubber or a Meltagun, which arguably the Stubber is just basically the same as the Stormbolter. So, but it has no smoke keyword. But it does have 1 more toughness and 4 more wounds. The Armiger's 140 points. The Marine Dreadnought is 160 points. And this has got me so confused, because I've been having such a hard time dealing with Armigers. Like, I think they're so cost-effective. Like, is the Marine Dreadnought just terrible? Or I've been saying Dreadnoughts are super expensive. Are they super expensive? Or are Armigers too cheap? Is there something to be said here? Or am I just an idiot? But honestly, like, I'm at the point with my Marine army where, like, if I think about it, I was like, man, if I have 140 points, I should probably just put some Armigers in this list. They're that damn good. And I think when you compare them to something like the Marine Dreadnought here, like, having 4 less wound, like a whole picture is like 4 less wounds, 1 less toughness, 6 inch less move, 5 less OC. And like, what are you getting? Well, you're getting 1 more on leadership. You have the smoke keyword, and that costs 20 points more. I don't understand it at all. I honestly don't understand it at all. Feel free to let me, if you think that I'm an idiot and I don't know anything about balance, thumbs down the hell out of this video. I'm fine with that. But if you think I'm onto something, then leave me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on Armigers. This is a Warglaive. I think it's super good. You could add a lot worse units to your army list right now than 3 Warglaives. I don't see for 140 points. I think they do everything. They're great in shooting because it's strength 12 Melta 4. That's crazy. That's really good. Sustained hits on charging. Obviously you can strike or sweep. Have a Stubber or a Meltagun, sure, it doesn't. I honestly think that doesn't even matter. have the 5-up invulnerable save and OC8. It's so good. If you like this video, leave me a like. Feel free to subscribe down below. And if you want to support the channel, you can do that either via Patreon or the big join button under all my videos. Thank you so much for watching and getting to the end. Yeah, hopefully the balanced data slate is going to address a few things. Marine Dreadnoughts either are super expensive or Armigers are super cheap. Or what will happen is none of those points will change, and apparently I know nothing. And on that bombshell, we'll end the video. Thanks for watching. Peace.